is going on, everybody? Welcome back, and welcome to Sketch Comedy Smash 14. This is the precursor, the last Sketch Comedy Smash before Punchline, which is our mid-season SummerSlam equivalent. Punchline is our SummerSlam equivalent. Last Laugh is our WrestleMania at the end of the season. So this is the last episode before Punchline. So this is the setup episode. So let's go ahead and go through this card, shall we? Our first match of the night, as you can see right before you, we're going to have a triple threat tornado tag to determine the number one contender for the JKR tag titles at Punchline. We're also determining who will be the tag champions going into Punchline, as Bob and Rumpus, or if I have just coined them, Bumpus, will be defending their titles again against the Horror, which consists of the Rabbit Slayer and the Pirate Skull, who lost to them 2 weeks ago for the tag titles, but they earned another chance here tonight, so they might be able to get Bumpus the second time around. We'll see. So they'll be defending their titles tonight. We're also having the last of the semifinals for the Toxic title tournament. It'll be Chester taking on Satan. The winner will join Jack Maxon, Kinky Cop, and God at Punchline in a fatal four-way to determine the first ever Toxic champion. And that match tonight between Chester and Satan will be some extreme stipulation, as every Toxic title match is. That's the whole point of the title. And then our main events. So, last week, Kranos earned himself a title match for the Just Kidding Rabbits Championship, currently being held by King Canada. Now, I don't know if you guys understand the actual weight of that. You see, King Canada, formerly known as Sergeant Canada, is a parody of Captain America. He is the leader of the Avenging League, which is a parody of the Justice League and the Avengers, right? Kranos is, and I'm sure this is a no-duh moment for you, is a parody of Thanos, and he is the leader of the Dark Alliance, which is essentially, any group in Avengers, in Marvel or DC, where a bunch of villains get together, right? So he's the leader of that, and then you have their teammates, which are on the Avenging League. You have Fish Guy, who is Aquaman essentially, and then you have Thick, who is Thor, just fat. And then in the Dark Alliance, you have the Kidder, who is like the Riddler and the Joker combined, and then the Silver Surfer is like the Silver Surfer, but he's a waiter. Thank you. I know, very creative. Anyways, once he qualified last week, I thought to myself, the idea of Sergeant Canada, now King Canada, and Kranos battling it out is such a huge match to me, right? Because in Sketch Comedy Series, which is what this is all based on, they collided at the finale of Sketch Comedy, right? They finally fought 1v1. And so I thought to myself, do I want to give that match away on Sketch Comedy Smash 14, or do I want to save that for Punchline? Because that feels like a Punchline main event, a quote-unquote a SummerSlam main event, right? Kranos versus King Canada for the JKR Championship. So we're going to save that. But don't worry. Do not worry. The main event tonight will make up for it, because we're going to go ahead and have a War Games match between the Avenging League and the Dark Alliance. We're having faction warfare tonight. So don't worry. Sergeant Canada, King Canada, and Kranos will be in action tonight, and they'll be fighting each other, but it's going to be in a War Games match. And there's one more thing. The winning team, aka Sergeant Canada's team or Kranos' team, they then get to decide the stipulations of the championship match at Punchline. So there's big stakes on the line. And I could not think of a better main event for Punchline, right? Like if there's one rival that Sergeant Canada / King Canada has, it is Kranos. He is his equal. So I'm like, we gotta save that. Anyways, I'm rambling on. I've explained it. Let's get into it, guys. Let's determine who will be the #1 contender for the JKR Championships going in to Punchline next week. We got Taco Meat and Mannequin, who I'd officially made a tag team. They are the Terror Twins. You got Ivan and the Exterminator, who I have coined the Russians, because I don't have any better names. And then we got the Milk Mafia, of course, with Strawberry King and Chocolate Milkman. This is an elimination tag match. Last team standing will be going in to Punchline for those JKR tag titles. Punchline's going to be huge, guys. We're going to have a JKR World Championship match, which you already know is going to be King Canada versus Kranos. We're going to determine the first ever Toxic Champion in a Fatal 4-Way. I'm thinking Hell in a Cell. Not sure yet, but it's going to be an Extreme Rules stipulation, no doubt. We're going to have a JKR Tag Team Championship match between the winners of this match and the winners of the match between Bompus, love saying that, Bob Rumpus, Bompus, and the Horror, which is the Rabbit Slayer and the Pirate Skull. And don't worry, there's going to be more matches. Don't worry, I'm thinking about making it a full card of 5 matches. It's Punchline. It's SummerSlam, baby. It's got to be big. So we're going to see what happens, but it's going to be a good one. And then guess what happens after Punchline? Immediately after Punchline, on Sketch Comedy 16, Sketch Comedy Smash 16, we're starting the Sketch Comedy King Tournament all over again. And I'm not going to spoil it, but a certain somebody from Season 1 might be returning for the Sketch Comedy Smash Tournament. Sketch Comedy King Tournament. And of course, the winner of the Sketch Comedy King Tournament not only becomes Sketch Comedy King, but they earn themselves a main event match for the JKR Championship at Last Lab, which is our WrestleMania equivalent. So it's going to be big, guys. It's going to be huge. The implications are gigantic. They're massive. It's going to be exciting, guys. I feel like Season 1 of this was kind of like the feel out, and now Season 2, we got everything lined up. We got a new championship with the Toxic title. We got established characters. I added 4 new characters this season. And if I do a Season 3, I'll probably add at least 4 more. This roster will be nice and big. We're making teams. Teams are breaking up. Bad blood everywhere. The storylines are getting more in depth and more meaningful. It's good stuff, guys. It's good stuff. Most importantly, it's fun. It's free fun. A day off, and I just felt like doing this. I know I just did one like 2 days ago, but that one, unfortunately, I did during a storm, which was not a smart idea on my part. So the quality is pretty mid on it. It's, you know. Oh well, this one should be a lot better because weather's clear as it gets. We got going on here, let's see. Strawberry King's looking real bad. Chocolate Milkman's got himself 2 finishers. Everybody else just doing okay. Who's your favorite going into this match, guys? We got 3 really strong teams here. Ivan might be going out. I don't think Exterminator can get over there. Nope, he kicks out. We know Ivan's tough. Mannequin just hit a last ride on the Strawberry King. Oh, he's getting rolled up, though. Getting rolled up. Not even a 1 count, though. I gotta say, I'm quite surprised going into this whole Sketch Comedy Smash. I honestly thought that Taco Meat and Mannequin were going to run this whole show. And yet, neither of them have even tasted gold. Mannequin's had 2 chances at the gold. And he's got rock bottom. So is this, I don't know. Very underwhelming. Hey, that's the random nature of this. That's the fun of it. I don't determine any of this. I pick who's in the qualifying matches, but I don't interfere with who wins them. It's all random, and everybody gets chances. I always kind of rotate who's in the qualifying matches. Matter of fact, last week with the number one contendership there for the JKR title, I made sure it was all people who have never even had a chance at the title. That's why we got Kranos in there. And yeah, I couldn't waste it. And not that there would be a waste of this tonight, but I want Punchline to feel like a big deal. I want a really big marquee main event match, and I couldn't think of a bigger one. It's essentially Captain America taking on Thanos for the championship, you know? Takamita's got chokeslammed by Exterminator. Unfortunately, the ref is predisposed. Starting the count. Takamita survived. Everybody's getting beat up, though, so people are going to start falling quick. Mannequin and Takamita both got finishers. Strawberry King's got a finisher. I think Mannequin's coming to help his buddy out. Oh, here we go. Here's a fight here. Clash of the Titans. Mannequin and the Exterminator. Two big boys fighting it out. Mannequin went for that choke slam, but his animation was just too slow for it. Exterminator's got him. Uh-oh. Big sidewalk slam. Boom. Ivan and the Exterminator could repeat history. They are former tag team champions, as are the Milk Mafia. Did you expect anything less? We've yet to have a two-time JKR tag champion. Oh, like this is it for Mannequin. He's getting Tombstone, which is his finisher, actually. Fortunately, his partner's getting pinned. Takamita's out. Hey, Mannequin might be out, too. Oh, he survived. So Mannequin can still win it for his team. Takamita, man, I don't know what to do with you, man. I have given you opportunity after opportunity, and you just can't get your act together, man. I might just have to cut you from the roster at this point. He's so imposing in the sketch comedy story on the channel, and yet he's just been a complete non-factor. He breaks the ref's count before two. Somehow still has the energy for a quick kick out. So far, only Takamita's out. So Milk Mafia and the Russians are still at full force here. I'm pretty sure they've crossed paths before. Mannequin was smart. He'd use those finishers. Exterminator just got rock bottom. Things are looking pretty good for Milk Mafia right now. Ivan just got busted open on a chair. Looks like Mannequin's hitting his Tombstone. Fortunately, I think Strawberry King's going to be there. He's going for a pin. I don't know who. I don't know why Ivan broke that pin up, considering that was Chocolate Milkman getting pinned and not Exterminator. That was weird. Maybe Milk Mafia and Russians have a loose alliance, although I wouldn't think so considering they're fighting each other right now. Or maybe it's just AI being dumb. Exterminator's got Mannequin's number. Look at him. Boom! Showing him what's up. Exterminator hitting a choke slam here, looks like. Boom! That might be it for Chocolate Milkman. Nope, Strawberry King is right there to break it up. It's still anybody's game here, guys. Mannequin might be running solo, but he has the highest overall on the roster at 93, so he's got pretty good resolve. Takes a lot to put him down. He's getting his revenge on Exterminator. Ivan is hitting something on Chocolate Milkman. That might have been his signature, I'm not sure. Strawberry King is right on that, man. He's protected his partner with his life. Uh-oh, roll up. Unfortunately, the ref is predisposed. Strawberry King just tapped out. The Russians are now the only full team left. You got Mannequin and Chocolate Milkman riding solo. Where I think we're going to have another... Oh, dude, Mannequin's finisher is just too slow. He just can't hit it. I think Exterminator's got his number. He's picking up a chair, and Mannequin does nothing about it because he's an idiot. Uh-oh, yep, it's a done deal now. It's now a 2-on-1 against Mannequin. He is screwed unless he pulls a miracle out of his ass. But Ivan and Exterminator are very effective. Former tag champions. Surprise roll up. It's not going to make any difference. The Exterminator is right there to break it up. Oh, he went for the pile driver, but fortunately, Exterminator hit with the sidewalk slam. He's rolling out the ring, but it ain't going to help him because falls count anywheres. It's looking like the Russians are probably going the punchline. Ivan breaks up the pin. I guess he thinks Mannequin needs more punishment. She seems more than happy to deliver. Exterminator now getting steel steps, hits his own partner, knocks him out. He's setting up for the choke slam. He reverses Ivan. That was weird.
What's coming next? Back suplex. Very nice.
Oh boy,
I think they're both charging up for their finishers. He reverses Ivan's. Exterminator is right on him.
Just carrying the opposition anywhere they want.
Slams him right on the outside railing of the ring. That had to hurt. Poor Mannequin's got two finishers, but I doubt he's going to be able to use either of them.
Ooh, he got all of the knee.
He's still fighting, though. If he could hit his finisher on one of them, I think he'd have a chance, but it's not looking too good for him because they're on him like bees on honey.
Oh, square shot with the back elbows ends that.
He's at his choke slam. Will Ivan break it up? He does. He's right on it, and I think he's hitting his.
Here we go.
Yeah. I think that's going to be the end of it there, fellas, unless Mannequin's got a resiliency. No, he does not. The Russians are going to Punchline.
And these two really do make
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, outlasting every other superstar, doing exactly what they had to do in the process.
Yes, indeed. The Russians have earned their chance to become the first ever two-time JKR Tag Champions. Will they do it? Gonna have to tune in next week for Punchline to find out. But speaking of finding out, let's find out who's gonna be the last man to enter the Fatal 4-Way for the Toxic title, the first ever Toxic title. Let's do what have we done so far? Let's do we did a backstage brawl. That might be all we've done actually. I don't want to do a table match. I feel like they're just going to be so bad at it. It's going to take forever. How about... we just did like a false count anywheres. Something fun. Match. I kind of want to save the ladder match for that. Let's do a steel cage match, shall we? We're going to have two cage matches in the same night. Screw it. Or should we save the cage for next week? I don't know. I think I'm overthinking this at this point. We do an ambulance match or a casket match. I'm definitely overthinking this. Last man standing takes way too long. That will go on forever. We're gonna do a ladder match. We're gonna save the steel cage for next week for the and this is gonna be between Chester and Satan himself. I don't know if either of these guys have had a match this season so far. I think they have. It's a ladder match. You know, just to speed things up, because that first match was quite long. We're gonna give both these guys one finisher to start with, just to get that ball rolling. You know, let's do it. Chester v. Satan. These guys were actually a team. They teamed up. I think it was right before last laugh, so would have been Comedy Smash number 9. they teamed up against their own rivals. They both had trilogy feuds last season. Chester was against Jimbo, who's his former tag team partner. They're actually the first ever JKR Tag Champions, and then Satan's partner was God, ironically. Which, if Satan wins this, he'll be going up against his former partner God in that Fatal 4-Way next week. Big scoop slam from Satan. Satan actually had a chance. That's right, Satan actually had a chance against Donnie last season for the JKR Championship in Hell in a Cell. He came up short, as did everyone else except for King Canada. Only man to ever beat Donnie. Donnie's basically the Undertaker of our universe here. Satan already going for the briefcase. There's a contract. Chester is doing nothing. Okay, he's climbing up. But he's going to let Satan just win there. Satan didn't get any of the things done yet, though, so it's a 1v1. He knocks Satan down. He's going for that briefcase. Can he get a notch on it? Nope, he gets interrupted as well. Oh, Satan going for a superplex off the net. Oh, it's a neck breaker. Never mind. Chester is stunned. Surely Satan. Oh, no. I think he used his finisher for that. He did. Chester still got his finisher. Satan got another finisher now. Reversed it. He went for his finisher. He got reversed by Satan, who now has another finisher. It's the choke slam, or the fall from grace, rather. Alright, now Satan's going to have plenty of time to work on that briefcase. I don't know if he can get all of it in time, but we'll see. There's one. There's two. Three as Chester gets up. Chester better hurry. There's four. He's too slow. Satan has qualified for the Fatal 4-Way at Punchline for the Toxic title. So now it's official, guys. Let me update the bracket here on my phone. So next week at Punchline, it will be a Fatal 4-Way cage match between Jack Maxon, Kinky Cop, God, and Satan to determine the first ever Toxic Champion. That's going to be a good one, guys. It's going to be a good one. But now we have to determine who's going to be the tag champions going in to Punchline to take on the Russians. We're going to make this a tornado tag, but it's going to be first fall. We're not going to do elimination this time. First fall. Let's get our champions in here. Bob and Rumpus, now known as Bumpus, or Bumpus. There's a rematch between Rabbit Slayer and Pirate Skull, known as The Horror. Return entrance is on for this, so we can see our champions, possibly for the last time, because they might lose here. Look at the rules real quick. 2 out of 3 falls would be interesting, but it's going to take too long. DQ's on. We don't need no weapons. Elimination's off. We'll do a false count anywhere, just in case it wants to linger around. We're not going to do any finishers. Alright. Here we go. Bumpus. There it is. It's Bumpus. I made them both teams, so they should automatically just have entrances generated, I think, right? I don't know, we'll find out. Bob and Rumpus won the tag titles at Last Laugh, our WrestleMania equivalent last season. And they've held them ever since, so this will be their...
Better get ready.
They had a bye week, so this is their third title defense of there. Are they getting booed? What? The fans don't like Bumpus? JKR Tag Team Championships.
At a combined weight of 400 410 pounds.
Here we go, gentlemen. Huge title match coming up.
Bumpus.
And a huge opportunity for
Your
the
tag
champ to prove
champions.
to everyone that there truly is none better in all
I think they're
of
tied for
WWE
this,
right now.
tied for the longest title run now. I think Chester and Jimbo, the Outlaws, they had them. I think they lost them on the
They're here.
4th or 5th.
And introducing
There they are.
at a combined
The
weight
Horror. I gotta
of
change their music, but
440 pounds.
as them, this is their
It's a big
second
time
chance
opportunity, Byron, as the
at
title
these tag
will be on the
titles.
line
Can
here.
they get
You're
it the
right,
second
Michael,
time
and
around,
judging
or
from
will
the response on
Bumpus
social
hold
media
strong
heading into this
and
match,
go
we're likely
into
to see a new champ
Punchline?
crowned here tonight.
Gonna find out momentarily. Let's get into it. Beautiful tag team championships. I'm just looking
So
real
that's
quick
what
to
it's all
see
about, the tag team
when they
titles.
lost those tag titles. Take our tag title match.
Big matchup for these tag titles.
Here we go.
underway. As a former NXT tag champ, if I could have another tag title match, I'd probably choose a challenge for these. With me as your tag team partner, right, Corey? Almost. If you met anyone but you.
Nope. Okay. Yeah. So the Dark Alliance was already championed by episode 5, which is unofficially our first punchline. Oh, I hadn't come up with the concept quite yet at that point.
Russian leg sweep. A rivalry has reached a new level when superstars collide in this combat zone. Corey, what are the keys to remember for the
Tag
competitors?
title
You don't
match.
tee off on an opponent.
Sorry, guys. I mean to be quiet. I'm just curious, like on the length of these
It's about
title
the
runs.
competitor getting theirs by any
Oh no, they
means.
lost them already at that point.
The better. This is all
So they
about
must have
total
lost them on the
destruction.
3rd one.
Nothing is off limits. And that was a
They must have lost them on the 3rd sketch comedy smash. So their
That's
title
going to
run.
be a moment
So
I'll
Bob
forget
and
very
Rumpus
soon.
is already longer.
Did you hear the impact of that? He went right into that turnbuckle.
Actually, Dark Alliances might have been longer. Yeah. Here's the winning right here. Yeah. So they won them on the 3rd. Dark Alliance won them on the 3rd sketch comedy smash.
Hoisted up. Back suplex.
Which means that Kranos was already a tag champion before. So if he wins at Punchline, he'll be the first person to have both those titles. Which is kind of like a Grand Slam champion. Technically not, because we have the Toxic title, but it hasn't been introduced quite yet. Now I need to see when the Dark Alliance lost their tag titles.
He leaves the ring and there's no countouts in this
I
one.
know they lost them to they lost them to the Milk Mafia. That was 7.
Watch the quickness on this. He was a
So they lost them at 6, I think. How are we doing here so far? Looks pretty even, actually.
the barricade.
Tough position to be
Bob's got absolutely slammed. Charles Robinson's getting ran over here.
I didn't think this match was close to over. Drops the hammer.
Is this where they won?
On the lower back. And met with a right hand.
Yep, this is where they won them. Yeah, so they won.
stretching out the arm.
So
Commend the champion for this kind of focused approach.
their run wasn't very long either, because by 10, we already had new champions, didn't we?
Defensive elbow to the gut ends that.
Yeah, so Bob and Rumpus, they have the longest run. Wasn't saying much because, like, I think the longest was like 3, so they're at 4 episodes, or quote unquote 4 months, if you will.
Oh, he got him. Is he gonna lock this in?
Which is funny because they're like underdogs
Nice
overall wise. Like all the other teams had higher ones. So that means the history for the tag titles went the Outlaws,
And then the chest is wide.
and then
Just end this now.
Dark Alliance,
He keeps
then
his team in the match.
Milk Mafia, then Ivan and the Russians, and then now Bob and Rumpus. So we've had 5 different champions. This is crazy.
The champions need to
Because that was all in season 1 too, mind you. Oh, Pirate Skull just barely kicked out there. They lose again here. I might have to disjoint them and let Pirate Skull and Rabbit Slayer go their separate ways and try a singles run. Although everyone's looking pretty beat up here, so it's definitely anybody's game. Bob's putting on a torture rack. Nobody has a finisher. Bob and Rubber just got thrown into each other. I don't know, man. They might have new champions here, possibly. The horror is definitely on top right now. Rabbit Slayer's got a finisher. Signature as well. This might be the end of Bumpus's run here. I think Rabbit Slayer's hitting his finisher. No, that wasn't his finisher. He's going for a pinfall though. Oh, Pirate Skull missed big. This could be Bob's opening here. Come on, babe. He's hitting the suplex, looks like. Boom, big suplex from Bob. Bumpus they've taken control back over. Bob has a finisher. He hits his bookend. There it is. Rumpus is charged up for his finisher. They just turned this right around. Oh my goodness. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Bob and Rumpus retain. They will be going in to Punchline as the champions. And get this, they'll be taking on the team they beat for the tag titles at Last Laugh, the Russians. How about that? The Punchline card is taking form, guys. How exciting. Good for Bob and Rumpus. They already had the longest tag title run in our short history, but now it just got even longer. They're at half a season, so half a year essentially. That's wow. Good for them. Good for them, guys. All right, you know what time it is, guys. It is main event time. You know what I just realized though? I can't do a War Games in our arena. It's not gonna let me, so we're gonna have to travel for this one. That's okay. I promise you, War Games, you're getting a War Games. I'm not gonna change it up. I could, but it wouldn't be as epic. So what are our options? Survivor Series, or that's it? Okay. Well, just pretend that this is our arena. Random advantage. Yeah, advantage. We're gonna keep that random. Let's get our leaders in here. Of course, King Canada with his fellas, the Avenging League. I don't know why Fish Guy wasn't automatically selected. They are a faction. I made them a faction. Anyways, this is the precursor to the main events of Punchline. Between this man, Kranos, and the champion, King Canada. And Gunther, apparently. Let's take a look at these overalls. These guys are very, very even. Because Canada and Kranos are pretty close. And then, yeah, I think if you add that up, it's actually about the same. Like average-wise. So, Ram advantage is on. We're going to turn... Well, wait, why would entrance be on? I don't know, we'll see what happens. Anyway, is there any selections? Force opponent to exit cage. War Games only. Yeah, we're doing pin or submission. Entrance interval. Let's make this a little shorter so this doesn't go on forever. Let's do a minute each. We don't need to start with finishers. Weapons, yep, weapons look good. Alright, this is the first ever War Games in Sketch Comedy Smash. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. This is faction warfare between the Avenging League and the Dark Alliance. Winning team gets to choose the stipulation for the main event
The following contest is the
of
men's
Punchline.
War Games match!
Yeah,
The
buddy.
rules of the match are as follows. Two teams
We know the
will be
rules. You know how War Games works.
And here comes one of my favorites.
Here's Sergeant
We are
Canada,
about
King
to see
Canada.
something
Is he
good.
starting off against Kranos? He sure is, guys. We're getting a preview
And
of the main
representing
event
the leaders of worlds from New
of
York, weighing in at
Punchline.
305 pounds, Daddy.
There is perhaps no
Daddy.
greater challenge than the one this man is about to face. War Games, one of the most brutal contests a superstar could
Could this
find
man be
himself
our
in.
new
And he has plenty of
JKR
cause for
champion
concern
come
because
next week
shortly after that
at
bell rings,
Punchline?
He'll find himself outnumbered.
He has to be prepared for an onslaught like no other. Does he stand his ground and try to fight it? Or give his opponents the runaround until help arrives?
Well, he's got 2 rings worth of room to work with. But in War Games, there are no easy answers or surefire solutions.
All right, let's get into it. Sorry, I'm typing in the match card for Punchline. I have it all set up. Here we go, guys. The champion and the challenger
These two are just warming things up,
playing it out
though.
here
only gets
tonight
crazier from here as more
in a
combatants
precursor
enter
to their
the
title
fray.
match next week at Punchline. If Kranos wins, he gets to pick the stipulation for the title match. If King Canada wins, very same thing.
Shoved
These
into
two
the
are
ropes
arch
and attacking
rivals.
the lower back.
Long feud between these two goes back a long time.
Up and
Sergeant
around.
Canada started off as a modest man protecting the streets of Canada, and then he wanted to go global.
Locked in.
He formed himself a league,
Carefully.
an avenging league that would avenge those wronged by evildoers. And there's no bigger evildoer than Kranos,
Unleashing a
who
barrage
collected
on
the
their
Forever
Continues
Crans
to press forward.
with the
He is
intent
just
of drawing
dominant
against
right
the
now.
universe. It looks like Avenging League is getting the
Nasty.
advantage.
Entering the ring and assessing the
Vic decides to
situation.
not
Oh, man.
pick up a
Kick to
weapon.
the
He just wants to
face.
get right in there and help out his king. Now, many would say that Sergeant Canada lost his way when he became the king. Many would say he became a heel. He started jumping his opponents on their way down to the ring, and he kind of distanced himself from his partners, Vic and Fish Guy. But it seems like they're back in good favor here tonight. Can they get that W and continue King Canada's run? Only time will tell.
European uppercut. The next entrant incoming to even up the odds.
German suplex. Freed from the cage and now needs to make haste to
Here
even up the
comes Kidder.
Both teams looking a little more comfortable now as this match rolls on.
Right, but this is where the contradictions of War Games come into play. Take off. Moved out of the way. That could change the whole complexion.
Kidder is going to grab weapons. This match is about
He's
to
not
get
interested in
extreme.
just evening the odds. He wants the advantage, and that weapon gives it to him. Can't quite get him there. Oh! Ooh.
How about you guys? But I'm getting hyped.
We've got a number of
Punchline. Guys, always remember, if you ever want to check out the sketch comedy itself that
Trying to find a way.
inspired all of this, go to the Just Kidding Rabbits YouTube channel.
Here they come.
There you can find all of our sketches individually in short form. You can watch the episodes. They're 5-minute episodes a piece. There's playlists for that. Or if you just want to watch the whole movie, I made a whole movie, an hour-and-a-half movie, just of sketch comedy. All the stories, the interlinking characters, the plots, all that good stuff. It's all right there on the YouTube channel. Just Kidding Rabbits for you. Check it out and enjoy the laughter.
Send him clear into the other ring.
All right, with Fish Guy entering, the entire Avenging League has assembled.
Members on each team.
And Fish Guy immediately clotheslines King Canada. Is Fish Guy turning heel? Is Fish Guy gonna join the Avenging or the Dark Alliance? That'd be crazy. I wish something like that would actually happen in the games. That'd be insane. Like the game's like, now we're just gonna make a change. All right, as soon as Silver Surfer enters, War Games begins.
Oh, you can tell he's feeling it now. Oh, God, just like he envisioned.
Here we go, boys. Here we go. Everybody's in the same ring too. That's the first pinfall.
Now in the structure, this match is officially begun.
Will Team Canada or Team Kranos come out on top?
In War Games. Up to the top rope net.
Oh my god, now Thick took out King Canada. Something going on here, guys. Oh, Kranos bumps King Canada in the head with the table. It's interesting. We got 2-on-1 in the left ring, and we got 2-on-1 in the right ring.
He tosses him over and into the other ring. And just planting them with that
Interesting.
DDT.
So as of now, guys, just to entice you even more, so far the match card for Punchline is the JKR tag title match, which is Bombus, aka Bob and Rumpus, defending their titles against the Russians. Bob and Rumpus are the longest lasting tag champions. Somebody's went through a table in history. And the Russians are the team they beat. Oh my god, dude, Kranos is hitting King Canada with a giant slam from the top rope. Imagine Kranos pins King Canada here. That would be quite the statement. Quite the message to send. But anyways, we also will be determining our first ever Toxic Champion. Oh, he tried to pin him. Silver Surfer jumps from the top and lands on Fish Guy. It's looking good for Dark Alliance right now. Fatal 4-way cage match between Jack Maxon, Satan God, and the Kinky Cop, who's debuted this season, to determine the first ever Toxic Champion. And our main event for the JKR Championship, it will be King Canada defending his championship against that man in the corner there, Kranos. Silver Surfer hits an attitude adjustment on Fish Guy. Is that it? No, he kicks out a 1. Wow. Kranos and King Canada locking up again. I love it if one of them pinned each other. That would be great. He's going for the pin. King Canada kicks out. That'd be quite the message to send going into their title match next week. Like I said too earlier, guys, these two have tremendous history. All these guys do. Avenging League and Dark Alliance are arch nemesis. And Canada's right on that.
There's electricity running through this.
Roll up from Fish Guy on Kranos.
The count doesn't even begin.
Not even a 1 count on the rest of it.
And he still seems so
King Canada has a big sit-down slam on Kranos. Hitter pinning Thick.
He nearly stays down for
That was the 1 count.
Wow, I thought this was over.
Kranos following Canada. He's after him.
Checkmate. And this has gotta be it.
Silver Surfer pinning Fish Guy. There it is.
the victory as his opponent.
The Dark Alliance gets the advantage. Kranos will have. He'll get to choose the stipulation of his title match against King Canada, giving him an extra little advantage going into his title match.
But they will leave victorious. And depending on whom you ask, that
Will
is all
Kranos
that
become
matters.
the third ever JKR champion and defeat King Canada? Will Bumpus be able to hold on to their titles even longer, continuing their longest run ever? And who will be the first ever Toxic Champion? Guys, that and more coming next week at Punchline. Be sure to tune in. It's going to be good. It's our SummerSlam equivalent, and it's the beginning of the end. Because after that, the Sketch Comedy King tournament starts up again, and we're on the road to Last Laugh. Guys, hope you enjoyed the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all later. I'll see you at Punchline.